for writers has gone down 23%.
Well, writers, for your favorite shows may be putting their pens down, and that means some of your favorite shows could soon be in jeopardy. Well, right now, members of the Writers Guild of America are preparing to strike for the first time in 10 years. They have less than a week to agree on a new contract with producers. A strike could knock some of your favorite shows off the air.
Don't cancel that Netflix or Hulu account just yet. You just may need it.
Winter is coming.
No, summer is coming. And a possible writer's strike. That could mean months of nothing but reruns of everything on television you enjoy, from soap operas to sitcoms and everything in between. For now, it's still all smiles on the late-night talk shows.
Doctors say if you've already ingested pieces of golf balls, the best thing to do is just let them play through.
More than 6,300 of their members of the Writers Guild voted by a margin of 96% to authorize a march on the picket lines. They say they'll walk out if a deal isn't reached with the producers union before their current contract expires May 1st. Your upcoming fall lineup favorites could also take a hit. TV writer and Guild member Patty Carr has worked on shows like Rain and Private Practice. She says changes in the TV landscape have hurt the bottom line for writers because they're paid per episode. A traditional broadcast series runs 22 to 24 episodes, but now shows on cable or basic streaming services run an average of just 12 episodes. These shows are often shot to look more like a movie, taking longer in production, which keeps writers tied up for the same amount of time while making less money.
The average income for writers has gone down 23%.
Writers are asking for higher script fees, bigger residuals from streaming media, and larger contributions to their health plan. When unionized writers went on strike 10 years ago, it lasted more than 3 months. It cost the industry at least $2 billion. In a statement released last night, the Producers Alliance said they remain committed to reaching a deal, but warned the 2007 writers' strike hurt everyone. Writers lost more than $287 million in compensation that was never recovered. Right now, both sides say a strike is still avoidable, but negotiations are underway. Producers say they're under pressure to keep costs down as viewing habits change and more customers cut their cable cord. For The Edge, I'm producer John Burnley.
Well, there's a protest at a North Texas elementary school over a little boy's hair. Now, he is Native American, and his long hair is against his school's dress code. Now, the boy does not want it cut because he's growing it to honor his late grandmother. Kevin Reese with our Dallas station has the cut controversy.
This is Travis Chavara. He's 8 years old, and he wasn't in school this morning because of his hair. He moved from Fort Worth to T.E. Baxter Elementary in Midlothian last week, and his mom says that at enrollment last Wednesday,
first thing they said was he's going to have to cut his hair. It breaks dress code.
Travis is Native American. Long hair is part of his culture.
And I just want to make sure he's respected in all of it. And if he doesn't want to cut his hair, I just don't think that the school should make him.
But here's the irony. He does want to cut it eventually.
To honor my grandma.
But to honor his late grandmother, it needs to be long enough so he can cut it in a traditional sign of mourning.
Back in the old days, that when people die, our people, we honored them with cutting our hair. I couldn't honor my grandma because my hair wasn't long.
Then we learned the school says it was merely a misunderstanding.
Can you come on back up to school? Right now?
The principal called right as our interview got underway, and soon Travis and his mom were headed back to school. After a 30-minute meeting, the principal said Travis was always welcome. They never kicked him out. They just eventually need his Bureau of Indian Affairs paperwork, and that the dress code will be reviewed for next year.
Them talking and respecting me and listening, and just it means a lot to me because at the end of the day, my son got his rights respected.
So Travis is back in school. He does not have to cut his hair, only when he wants to. That honor for his grandmother, he says, when his hair is long enough, maybe about 5 weeks from now.
What
a couple of good days to start this week. Things are going to be changing tomorrow, though, but let's look outside right now at a pretty nice picture. 81 degrees at the studio. Feels like it's 82 degrees with that humidity, and it's come back. That low-level moisture has returned to East Texas. We're also seeing a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for parts of Oklahoma and Kansas. That's the beginning of some severe storms. That's where it was expected today. Tomorrow, we will see that move down into the East Texas area, and we'll have a slight to moderate or a slight to marginal risk of severe storms in East Texas, but an enhanced risk will cover parts of Arkansas and on up into Missouri. Our dew points have come back up. Yesterday, you remember, they were in the 40s and 50s, and today they're well into the 60s. That's just an indication that low-level moisture has returned. That's one of the ingredients for storms. And we have warm temperatures as readings reach the 80s again today, just a few degrees above the normal for this time of the year. Here's the area that will have the severe storms tomorrow, at least the potential. We'll have a slight risk that runs generally along and east of a line from Emory down through Tyler, Jacksonville, near Nacogdoches and Lufkin and points eastward. There'll be a marginal risk for the rest of East Texas. And again, that is tomorrow, especially tomorrow afternoon. 60% chance of severe storms. Winds will continue to be pretty strong with gusts up to 25 miles per hour. We'll have sunshine on Thursday and then a chance for a few scattered thunderstorms Friday, but another chance of severe storms coming up Saturday and Saturday night before the rain ends early Sunday, and we can enjoy a few days with some pretty nice weather.
All right, thanks, John. Well, a new video out by the same student group in Austin that tried to combat campus carry by bringing sex toys onto the UT Austin campus last year. Now, they're changing tactics, saying if the guns are staying, you might as well get some university-themed protection. Here's Jason Puckett.
It sounds and feels like an old-fashioned PSA.
Hey kids, are you looking at colleges in one of these 9 states?
A new video by the same group who did this last year. Now what you can't see there are a bunch of adult sex toys being carried by a group whose name we can't say either. This new video doesn't have to be blurred.
Don't get caught in the crossfire. Get student body armor.
In case you're wondering, it is a joke.
A really great way to engage young people in this topic of gun violence prevention is through humor.
That's Jessica Jin, the founder of the group from last year.
Figure out ways to employ satire, humor, to encourage young people to, take a second look at how they treat the normalization of violence in their communities.
In the video, you can see them even put a pop-up store on campus to get students' reactions.
How much is one? Well, the sweatshirts are $900.
Well, it's fun, it's playful.
And on the other side of the topic, Bryan Boes. He's a UT student and regional director of students for concealed carry.
You don't see a lot of people that are still anti-campus carry that are still active on this issue.
He says he gets the humor, even appreciates the attention brought to the issue, but says that campus carry shouldn't be feared.
We can't find a single resulting suicide, or resulting fatality, or resulting mass shooting from concealed carry on campus.
Now, UT police confirmed they've had 2 minor incidents this year, neither causing any injury. And while students like Benjamin say they will keep trying to educate others on campus carry, those like Jin are working to remove it and focus on other things.
Just call your local representative and tell them campus carry is almost as ridiculous as student body armor.
Well, a recommendation for some reading. If you're interested in more about this satirical take on campus carry, head to TexasMonthly.com. You will find an article about the fake University of Texas theme body armor. Now, there's also a link to the viral video about the bulletproof college apparel comedy sketch. And feel free to give us a recommendation that you think we should share with East Texas. You can always get our attention with the hashtag EdgeNation. Well, some must-see video. A pigeon in love with its New York City apartment. A pasta strainer is the perfect spot for a nest and her eggs. Well, the homeowner returned after a few months. This is what she found. The bird loves the strainer sitting on a shelf in the kitchen. Is the bird a squatter? Nope, she is welcome and is not being forced to fly the coop. Now, the pigeon flies away on occasion, but always returns to sit on her 2 eggs. Now to some Edge Nation nature, right out of producer Libby's backyard. Take a look. Now this is inside the Bluebird house. On her back fence, you can see 5 eggs in a perfect little nest. Now eastern bluebirds lay 1 egg a day, and in this case, 5 days in a row. Incubation does not begin until all eggs have been laid, so they will all hatch at the same time. Now the daddy bird keeps a lookout every day as the mama bird sits on the nest. Now, right now, Mama Bluebird is keeping them warm, and we should have 5 little birds in about 10 days. Libby promises to keep us posted. We're going to hold her to that promise. Now, tonight, a dose of antidepressant, not in the form of a pill, but in a story.
Everybody has somebody with cancer. I've got several people I know and have that's had cancer. So it feels really good. It feels like, you know, I can't help my people, but it always feels good to help other people.
Now meet the Texas Angels, who are helping women who are going through chemotherapy. It's an inspiring story that will make you want to share a smile with a stranger today.
Like the legend of the Phoenix, all ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. Love. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 The present has no ribbon. Your gift keeps on giving. What is this I'm feeling? If you wanna leave, I'm with it. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars.
Hey everybody, come on to Facebook Live. We are live right now in the Edge. I'm on here chatting with some folks. I just left a comment rather. We are live right now, Edge Nation, CBS 19. Trying to make sure I can.
We're up all night to get lucky. 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 We're up all night to get. 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 We're up all night to get lucky. 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 We're up all night to get lucky.
Well, now to one of our favorite stories of the day, a cleaning company with the goal of helping those in need, putting strangers first. Ron Trevino introduces us to these 2 ladies in Texas cleaning homes for women battling cancer.
It looks like a typical morning for the cleaning crew from Maids and More of Conroe.
Good to see you.
You too. But today's job is far from typical. They're doing it free of charge, and they say it feels
awesome. It really does. Awesome.
I'm so glad that y'all did this.
Brenda Yingle has been battling cancer since last October. It's left her so weak at times, any simple task is impossible. Having her house cleaned for free so she and her husband can concentrate on her recovery, well, it's priceless.
When my daughter said she found this company, I was like, you know, even one day will help. It'll help me physically, but it'll help me mentally.
The company Maids and More teams up with a nonprofit Cleaning for a Reason to offer free house cleaning to women battling cancer.
It's not only helping the patient, but it actually helps our morale. Our staff love it. They really like to come in and feel like they're helping somebody.
Everybody has somebody with cancer. I've got several people I know and have that's had cancer. So it feels really good. It feels like, you know, I can't help my people, but it always feels good to help other people.
I see a definite change in my wife, Brenda.
Mrs. Yingle is feeling better these days and optimistic about someday,
Thank you all so much.
being cancer-free.
Great story there. Well, they dedicate their lives to fight for our country. Now women on the front lines are getting a little help during their much-needed breaks.
A lot of girls are like, oh, I like pink, but I like purple. I really like purple. I don't know why. Actually, can I try this one? You want to try that one? Yeah.
How a special group called Operation Deploy Your Dress is making sure they look sharp for each military celebration. That story after the break.
A celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around.
Fourth in between cameras. Can I just do the robot in between it? No? Robot? I just love happy music. Y'all can join us on Facebook Live. We are still here. We got about 15 minutes maybe to go. Plenty of time for you to join us. 1 minute till we're back on.
Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A dedication to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate and party with you. Come on now. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Yeah, yeah. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world. Come on!
Well, for service members, military balls and celebrations help build the military community, but they can also be costly for service members. That is why a new nonprofit in Seattle is stepping up to help. They are giving women more opportunities to find nice formal wear. Jenna Hankert brings us their story.
Yeah, you can choose any three.
My goodness.
For this mother of four,
I love this one.
dressing up can be costly and not easy.
You will get invited to a military ball and only have maybe a week to find a dress. So it is just wonderful that they have this here.
While her husband is deployed,
oh wow.
Amanda Walsh is among many women at JBLM.
Oh my gosh, I love it. That's amazing.
Shopping for a fancy gown at Operation Deploy Your Dress.
Oh my God, that is so cute.
I'm looking for my MP battalion ball, so it's coming up on the 12th.
Military balls are tradition and build camaraderie.
Like our whole company is going, so it's pretty awesome.
Service members like Chazelle Huerta and their families say it can be challenging to find something affordable to wear.
My husband's last ball, I found a dress for $80, which isn't too bad. For a ball, I liked it.
But these dresses,
it's free.
They can try on 3 and leave with 1.
A lot of girls are like, oh, I like pink, but I like purple. I really like purple. I don't know why. Actually, can I try this one? You want to try that one? Yes.
It's about finding the one that makes you feel special.
So I felt really kind of like a princess when I put this one on. And I really appreciate it. I can't thank everyone enough for having this event and helping me look beautiful for the future events that I have.
Oh, the smile on the little girl's face. Now this one for Brian, who is out of town. He is a huge Simpsons fan and loves a good challenge, especially when it involves Bart and a megaphone. Take a listen.
Testing.
Well, coming up, the viral video challenge sparked by Bart Simpson's need to be loud in 2 minutes.
Pump it up and back it up like a Tonka truck.
If you go hard, you gotta get on the floor. If you're a party freak, then step on the floor. If you're an animal, then tear up the floor. Break a sweat on the floor. Yeah, we work on the floor. Don't stop, keep it moving, put your drinks up. Pick your body up and drop it on the floor. Let the rhythm change your world on the floor. You know we're running tonight on the floor.
Brazil, Morocco, London to Ibiza, straight to LA, New York, Vegas to Africa.
Dance the night away.
Mike's always on. You guys, if y'all are out there and y'all are talking about my horrible dance moves, I will find you. I will find you. Where are you guys? We're live on our CBS 19 Facebook page. If you are out there, you're more than welcome to come join us.
London to Ibiza, straight to LA, New York, Vegas to Africa.
Dance the night away, live your life and stay young on the floor. Dance the night away, grab somebody, drink a little more.
Well, trending now, video of a science YouTuber inspired by a classic episode of The Simpsons. But before we show you that, here's part of the classic part of megaphone scene. That's the Bart megaphone scene, rather. The backyard scientist, otherwise known as Kevin Kohler, posted his challenge. He set up 10 megaphones end to end to see how loud a noise he could make. Here's what happened.
All right, so we took some measurements and we discovered that the vacuum cleaner was between 80 and 90 decibels, depending on, how accurate this thing is. But that's something we can all relate to. A vacuum cleaner is very annoying, but it's not quite loud enough to hurt our ears yet. Permanent hearing damage starts to occur somewhere around 120 decibels, and that's like front row seats at a really loud rock concert. I have a feeling like these are going to be pretty loud. Not rock concert loud, but loud enough to annoy my neighbors for sure. So we're going to take this experiment down to the park and get it set up. Testing!
77.
Really? Yeah. One more time.
Testing! 81.
So Sandra says it didn't sound any louder down there, but it sounded a lot more distorted. The power supply in there can only amplify the sound so much, and I think that's what's happening. And instead of amplifying the sound, it's actually just distorting the sound 10 times until by the time it gets to the last one, it's just feedback and garbled garbage. Well, my ears weren't ringing yet.
Well, Kevin and his friend tried several ways to see just how loud the megaphones would go. Each time, feedback that probably drove the dogs nuts for miles. So far, the video has been viewed 6.5 million times. Who does that? Well, don't tune out just yet. We have some amazing video from outer space. An astronaut shows us how tough it can be to prepare a meal while orbiting around Earth.
naked by the end of this song. It's me. Let me rock you to the break of day. It's me.
Talk to me, boy.
No disrespect, I don't mean no harm.
Talk to me, boy.
I can't wait to have you in my arms.
Talk to me, boy.
Hurry up, 'cause you're taking too long.
Talk to me, boy.
Gotta have you naked by the end of this song. So what did you come
I came to dance with you. Came to romance with you. And I'll take a chance if love is here on the floor.
rock your body? Bring the beat back.
Well, some crazy news from outer space. A NASA astronaut aboard the International Space Station demonstrating his food preparation skills. Take a look. The video shows the Expedition 50 commander preparing a peanut butter and jelly-filled tortilla. Now, astronauts say the trick is to secure the gravity-defying ingredients is to use tape to prevent them from floating away. So if you're planning a trip into space, pack some tape and a little Velcro along. How does he use this tape? I'm looking at the video. I just can't figure this out. Tape and Velcro. It's holding down the jelly. What? Is he going to eat it? Well, that's a wrap for me, producer Libby, and the entire Edge Nation crew. Thanks so much for watching. Brian has just one more day off, so I will see you tomorrow. Same Edge time, same Edge place.
My name ain't Keith, but I see the way you sweat, man. L.A., Miami, New York. Say no more, get on the floor.